Actually, I've lost 200 pounds already. I'm Gabby Williams, and I am the 2020 Biggest Loser winner. Plot twist, I work in the fitness industry. In fact, I'm a group fitness instructor, and I have been for 7 years. I've taught over 1,000 classes, and I've impacted many lives. I've changed my life. I've lost 200 pounds over the last 10 years. And you know what's crazy? Is this time 10 years ago, I auditioned for Biggest Loser, and I didn't get it. So much so that I had gastric bypass surgery. And 2 weeks after I had it, I got a call from some producers for another show, wanting to know if I was interested in that. But I had just had gastric bypass surgery, and I had to pass because I thought, well, I don't need to do a show now. I don't need to do anything like that. Well, here we are, 9 years later. And I've lost 200 pounds, and I've maintained it, and I work in the fitness industry, and I am not your average fitness instructor. My classes are hard, and they're always full, but there are so many people that think I have no place here, that they despise the fact that I am who I am, and I rock it. I have always said, when someone says, you can't do that, you can't be a plus size cheerleader in high school, I said, watch me. And I was varsity. You know, when they said, you can't be a fitness instructor, you're so plus size. Yeah, you lost all this weight, but you're not what we feel should be a fitness instructor. I said, watch me. And here I am. All these years later, and I've helped so many people, but the reason I'm making this tape is because I am not yet where I want to be. There's no denying that I'm good at what I do, but people see the outside that I am not yet what they think I should look like. And I'm okay with that. But my goal, especially coming up on the 10-year anniversary when I decided to get my shit together, is to get to my goal, and that's losing another 100 pounds. And that's not where I want to be. I've had doctor consultations that say my goal weight should be around 201. I know how much of my body is composed of water, fat, and muscle. I only have 35 pounds of muscle. I want to be more than that. I've helped people, but I want to do so much more. I want to shut my haters up for good and show them what I'm really working with. And I want to live. My life is great. I'm not your normal contestant or your average candidate that is like, woe is me, I need confidence, I'm not active. I am active. I kick ass and teach 7 to 8 classes a week. I spend late nights in the gym working on myself. I feel like I could do so much more. I can't fit on every roller coaster at our local amusement park. You know how embarrassing it is to be kicked off and that you can't ride with your kids? Where are you going? I don't like to be held back, and I'm not going to be held back. So whether with this show or not, my goal this year, before 2020, before my 10-year anniversary of getting my shit together, is to get to my goal weight. So I have nothing holding me back. And all those people that tell me continually that I don't belong, I don't need to belong with them. Because I've made my own way, and I'm going to show that even more than I already have. I eat a calorie restricted 1,500 calorie a day diet for the most part. I mean, I have my off days. I have very low sugar intake, very low simple carb intake. I try to get in the complex carbs. So I know how to eat, but I'm still somewhat of an addict, and when I'm emotional, I choose to eat wrong things. I know what I'm doing. So I need to curb that, and I need to finally deal with that, I think. I think that's the last step, and I love that Biggest Loser this season, and this is why I actually took the plunge to audition, and I've sat on it for years since I did 10 years ago, because in the email it says you're doing a whole 360 approach, and I think that that's a wonderful thing. It's not just about the pounds lost, it's about the whole package, and that's what we really need. I mean, there's always something that's causing us to run to food, right? There's been so many things in my life that, you know, having a weight problem already from such a young age. It just got worse when about 10 years ago, or a little bit earlier, I moved to Texas because I found my birth father. I was adopted at 6 months old, and I thought that I was gonna go there and get to know him, and I was like him. Well, he left me homeless and stranded. And all in the same year, my sister passed away from a heart attack, from essentially being obese. And that spurred something into me that I need to do something. I was at my heaviest 500 pounds. Today, I've kept off all that weight, and I've still struggled. Even with having surgery, I was naive. I thought, I'll never have to worry again. This is gonna be here for me. But here's the thing. If you have problems with food to begin with, and you're an emotional eater and all of that, you're still going to struggle. And I have, and I've gained weight and I've lost it again. I don't consider myself a failure. I don't consider my surgery a failure.
Hi, my name is Dr. Lori Catanzaro, and I'm a board-certified bariatrician and a friend of Gabby's. I've known Gabby for about 5 years now, and really inspired by her journey. She had a successful bariatric surgery, which typically is defined as 50% excess body weight lost at 5 years. And I think the challenge for her is once she got to a certain point, she kind of plateaued and has found it very difficult to get past that. And I find in my practice that tends to be the case for a lot of patients. Up front, the first year or two, most patients lose the majority of their weight, and then it's kind of a struggle just to maintain. At that point, most people really need a more significant lifestyle intervention, support with regards to diet, exercise, and psychological support. I find, honestly, a lot of the patients that gain weight back, they either didn't have the resources needed to be able to implement lifestyle modification, or they've had some emotional traumas or stressors that made it more difficult for them to keep the weight off. And so, obviously, Gabby has done a great job, but really at this point, surgery probably isn't helping her for any ongoing losses, and more intensive lifestyle modification is probably what she needs to be successful.
I have kicked ass, and I have worked hard, and I've remained active, and I've completely changed my life, and I've changed the life of hundreds, if not thousands. So I don't consider anything a failure, but I just feel like I am not there yet. And I am ready to be there. But I'm ready, and I hope that I can use this platform and people see the strength and the struggle in me, and they can see in themselves that they can do this, whether it takes 3 months or it takes 3 years or 10 years, right? They can do this. I can do this. I'm going to do this, and I promise you, I'm going to be the one who walks through that banner of myself looking like this, and I'm gonna bust through looking fine. So I'm ready to do this. Choose me, and I promise you I will win Biggest Loser 2020.